hate myself too. Oh, I'm gonna film my intro now. Hey guys, it's not April, it is March. And this is a tutorial video, kind of like get ready with me, kind of like, yeah, me talking a lot and doing makeup and how to get this look. Am I okay? Anyways, if you want to watch it, here you go. The products that I buy is not tested on animals and do not have any non-vegan ingredients like honey, beeswax, egg, whatever. But a lot of my makeup was bought before I went vegan, which is some years ago, but it's still like really old and I still use it because I'm going to use it until it's finished and never buy something non-vegan again. So if some of my shit is non-vegan, I do not recommend you to buy it, but I still want to be like authentic with what I use, so I'm going to write it down below. And I start off with getting the hair out of my face. So, by the way, I'm repping that Harry Styles merch. Okay, but I'm starting with the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. Okay, so on days where I want my makeup to last, like on a concert or party or something that's like either the entire day when I'm gonna wear a primer for the entire day in like a full face, which is not really often, but I'm gonna use it now. I use the NYX Photo Loving Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. That was hard for me to say. And on days where I'm playing around with makeup and I want to still protect my skin, because sometimes I don't even wear a primer, which is not good, but it's just like if I'm gonna wear it for an hour or whatever. I use the W7 Prime Magic Face Primer Camera Ready. Amazing. This is really cheap. This is like a cheap drugstore. I think I bought it for math. And I know that this is vegan and cruelty free because they have their own like vegan foundation line. So that's kind of cool. This is the best that I have, the NYX one, and this is still good. It's good. Like you just have to work it into your skin and wait until it dries, but it's good. You know, it works. So I just put, that was a lot. I mixed the H&M, which is cheap, I know. I used the All Day Liquid Foundation in the lightest color, Alabaster, which is basically white. And then I used the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation, Naturally Flawless, in the lightest shade, which is 201 Ivory, which is also basically white. So I try to mix those. So I just do like, oh god, oh that's a lot of makeup. I just wasted out on this video. This is liquid, this is not liquid. Or it is liquid, it's just not that liquid. And then I used the Body Shop P41E, which is the foundation brush they have. It is really good, it works really well for me. So I mixed these two, and I know that I took a lot on, but this is for my entire face, and I have a big face. Okay, so I first kind of just mesh it out so that I have my whole face covered. But yeah, this is how white I am. You see that it basically matches my skin. It is no line in between here. Sadly, right now I have no powder. I have like this, which is really old. I've had this for so long. This is the Technic Color Fix Pressed Powder Contour Palette, and I bought it for like really cheap, and most of the things that I use today is drugstore. I'm just saying because I'm cheap as fuck. the brushes that I'm going to use. All of these brushes that are the pink or different colors on the handle is from BH Cosmetics. I will link it down below. They are great. I take the palette and I take that is yet really yellow. It's not my shade, but that's the only thing that I have. Mixed it with this one, which is really pink, so it ends up being my tone, just a tiny bit darker, but it's not visible on camera, so you can't see that. I hate not having my shade of powder, because if I had my shade, I would positively look 10 times better than I end up looking. So this is kind of how I look, and then I use the two darkest shades, which is these two. Okay. Oh god, this color is way too warm for me. Oh yeah, I love looking like a mess. I love being white. I see myself in the camera and I just look like a ghost. My favorite kind of tea is black tea. And this is black tea, so I'm kind of living. I'm existing right now. And then I use a small one. I use this both as a blending brush and a way to contour my nose, so that's great. And I just try to shade it carefully, like under my, like here in the corner. And then I do this, because that's how I like my nose. I like my nose to be like slightly red, but not like red, but like natural, like you've been out in the cold maybe. Let's just do this one. Focus on how I do this one, because that's how I'm usually doing my brows. I love my brow. This brow is my favorite brow. But I don't like using 10 minutes on them every morning, because I don't have those 10 minutes. That looks really, really dark and really, really intense right now, because, you know, I haven't got rest of my face yet, so. The brush that I use for my brows is the H&M brush pen thing, so don't think it's something bougie, because it's not. It's still drugstore. Still like the BH Cosmetic brush set. And then I use, okay, so I use the BH Cosmetic Take Me Back to Bastille palette before I got this, which was not long ago. The BH Cosmetics 28 color eyeshadow palette with Modern Mattes, and they have this really orange color that I used to do literally every time I used to wear like red and orange-ish eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use that color now, mix it with the new BH Cosmetics palette that I have, which is the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Looks like this. And they have really many pretty red shades. I usually use both that red, and that orange. And I start with the orange color, the most orange color, which is the BH Cosmetics one from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. And after that, before going to the reddest color that I have, I go back to the old palette that I always use, the Modern Mattes, and use the red color from that. The orange color from there. And that is a really great color. It's so pigmented. Oh my god, it looks so intense on camera. And that's it for the old palette. I'm gonna go in with the reddest color from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. And this is a color I use literally all the time to really get the look that I want. Oh my god, I love this color so much. It's literally my favorite thing ever. That's kind of how I like it. I like that it's really red. I like that it's really intense. I like that it looks kind of like straight out of 21 Pilots. I think that's maybe what inspired me to do this first. I like went for it on a 21 Pilots concert and then I kind of just didn't go back. That's the story. I look like a mess. What you need to do for this look to not look like a mess is that you need to control the eyeshadow. You can't have eyeshadow all over the place. You have to make sure that you don't look like you just got like a really allergic reaction. And then I find my eyeliner. The Body Shop Star Stamp Liner, which is a, like, you have on one side you have a star. You can see that. But that's a star stamp. And on the other side you have a liner, like a tip. I forgot one thing that I always do, which is my nose. But then after doing that, I put on my lashes. This is bad. Like, I have a bad eyeliner day today. Yeah, I make myself a whole, like, a lot of tea. Like, this was full. By the way, like, recommend me some music down below if you're watching this far, which is impressive. Where should I hear? The lashes I use are some cheap eBay lashes. Like, I don't even remember their name at this point. I just searched up lashes 10-pack and then I bought like 4 10-packs for like $1. These lashes are really ugly because they're really old. And if I used a new pair now, I would really hate myself in the future for using them for a video. That's one lash. I look like a mess. Oh my god, I hate this. Wow. Like, anyways, the mascaras that I have and use is really bad. Like, they're not good. They don't work well. But right now, this is what I use. I use L'Oreal Paris, which is not vegan. They test on animals. I don't know what ingredients this is, probably something dangerous. It's called False Lash Wings. And yeah, so I would usually curl my lashes with an eyelash curler, but I forgot mine at Sylvia's place. It would look like a mess. And I put mascara on my lower lashes too. By the way, the glue that I use for my eyelashes is also cheaper eBay glue. Like, it's nothing expensive. None of the things that I use is expensive. Okay, now there is a highlighter. And I don't have a fan brush actually. But I'm really cheap, so I mix between using the highlighter on this palette, because there's 2 highlighters, one more, like one warmer and one colder, and I use this also, which is the W7 Glow Commotion Shimmer Highlight Eyeshadow. I use some setting spray first, but this is a really bad setting spray. It's really cheap and it doesn't really work, but it helps me put on highlighter because it gets a lot prettier when my skin is kind of wet. Back again with the BH brushes. I gotta clean my room after this. And this is what I do first. I first use this for like on the, like a half moon like this. on my Cupid's bow, my nose, and also I use a small brush, like it's literally so tiny. I use it for my brow bone. And also, one thing that I always use to get the top really old eye pen, and it's white. I always use this. I just do this, and I take a lot on my inner corner, and then I put highlighter on top of that, and it really gives off this crazy effect of shimmering and like amazingness. So and also after doing this, I take the one from the BH Cosmetics palette. I take the whitest one. That's just kind of how I like it. And I put it right on top of that for an extra shimmer. Just keep in mind that I do this for parties and for pictures. I never use this much highlighter when I'm out like with makeup the entire day or whatever. Oh my god, I can't wait to not have my forehead out for everyone to see, because I really don't like my forehead. One thing that I always do after I put on my makeup is I put on like lip pomade for my lips to not be pale as fuck, to get like the foundation off them. Oh, this is funny. The one with the wait, let me take a picture. The one with the like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. All products will be linked below.